Okay, strap time. First, I'll just show you how this fits on my wrist with the stock Crocodile black, shiny black Crocodile leather. And as you can see, hopefully, it snaps in, real easy to size and fit, and good to go. And this is not a mistake. This is how Seiko makes some of their straps. They have the tongue coming in on the inside. Yep, and you can see like the signed buckle here. It's in the right direction. So this is how it's supposed to be like. And that might throw some people off, but I don't know. I think it's kind of cool that it's different, and in some ways, I think it makes sense, because if you do it the normal way, when you tie a wristband and you put the tongue on this outside, then the tongue sticks out here. And I guess from the outside, somebody looking in, they'll probably see this on the other side. It might look a little sloppy, especially if you got a lot of slack sticking out, if you got really small wrists. So maybe I think the idea was it's better to hide it on the inside instead. And that way on the outside it looks nice and clean. I don't know if you can probably imagine and see that. And so, yeah, I mean, maybe to you it might look a little bit messier now, but to everyone else it's better. And maybe it's kind of rude to have your tongue sticking out at your guests or people in front of you. Just kidding. But this is how the watch fits. Not bad. Try to pull back, and you can never get the right perspective, you know, when you're wearing it. I like Average Bro's videos, but he always points out that when you're wearing it, you're not going to be looking at it like this all the time, like straight up right in front of your face, and especially with a wide-angle lens, it just doesn't quite play like that. You know, and plus, proportionately, when you look at it from afar and with the rest of your body and the whole arm and everything, it doesn't look too big. And it isn't. For 40, you see I got plenty of space on either side of the lugs. Let me see if I can bring this up a little to help out. And, yeah. And, you know, for, what did I say, 14 millimeter height, that's all right. You know, I don't mind a little bit of bulk on my watches, and that's also why I never consider this a real, true formal dress watch, anyways, because of its dimensions. Not that I really follow them, but it doesn't play to me as much as a dress watch as some of the other ones, other watches I've had. I have like a Rolex 6426, which it's on a bracelet, but I switch it onto a similar leather strap. Class it up and make it nice and dressy, and it's very slim. It's 34 millimeters too, and it's way thinner. And it's hand wound, so that helps. You know, it's only mechanical, not automatic. But that is what I consider my dress watch. But I could dress up with this, not too bad. And again, it doesn't pop up too much. And you know, when you look at your watches, I think the important thing to keep in mind too is, when you look at it like this, oh, this is sticking out too much? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, you don't usually hold your wrist out like that, you know, straight so much necessarily, or even some people will go like this and look down their arm, like they bend it down. It's like, oh yeah, of course it's going to pop off the wrist, you know? And no, people, I think the more natural position is this hand will be raised more. You're going to get this kind of curvature, you know? It's more natural, you know. You rest your hand down on the table, it's gonna you know, bend up. And when you go drive a car, you're gonna do something like this, right? Your hand is more open than closed down like this. If you're like this, then I don't know, maybe you got some ailment. But a gap in the wrist is not that bad, of course. From that angle, of course, you're gonna see something, but most angles and whatever, it's fine. It's not horrendous or at all. And this is a very comfortable strap, actually. It comes off as maybe it looked kind of, it's so shiny if you think it's more plasticky, but not really. It's actually kind of, it's not too bad. It's not super supple, but it's not hard at all. And it actually forms pretty well. And the fitment I like. I mean, I don't like them too loose, and I definitely don't like them too tight. It just really depends on the watch. There's no real set formula. If the watch head is particularly heavy, then you're gonna probably want to tighten your band or bracelet or whatever a little bit more. You know, and just the way the lugs are. There's a lot of things to consider in fitment. But I definitely prefer tighter than looser. I cannot stand it. It's a complete peeve when the watch head ends up, it's so loose on your wrist, you know, it slides down here. Some people really like it loose, but I can't do that, you know, especially when this head ends up like back up here on the back of your almost on your back side of your wrist on this side. It looks so retarded. I can't stand that. So this is good. It's got a little bit of play, just enough. It's not tight at all, and it holds in this, I think, this perfect position to view it. And because when I'm driving or anybody else checking it out from the other side, it's not gonna, you know, it's right in the right spot. So let me go switch it to. I'm gonna take it down as casually as possible. So the next one will be probably this navy strap, and then the combination. Then I guess technically this is the next most formal one after those, if you can even call it that. And of course the NATOs are the most lax. So I'll show you those.